What is life? For us patients, dreams, success, and careers seem insignificant. We only have one wish: get better. You are listening to Real Life After Cancer podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Real Life After Cancer podcast. This is G, your host as usual. If you don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. I am a singer-songwriter who has been recently diagnosed with lymphoma and am currently on my self-recovery journey. This podcast shares my journey after cancer. Sorry that I'm still recovering from a very bad week, so I'm still sounding a little shivering, not enough breath. Yeah. So pardon me if I'm trying to catch my breath. So let's continue. As for my podcast followers and friends, how have you loved the podcast so far? I'm thinking to have this season come to an end. This is episode 9, and episode 10 would be the last, and also end in the last week of August 2022. The slightly OCD in me is happy that it ends so perfectly. Looking back, season 1 mainly shares everything that's related to my health, be it mental health, like emotions, feelings, or physical health, like my medical history. As for season 2, I'm considering opening up the topic to things that I care about and do in life. Social issues like homelessness and car life, or productivity tips such as building your second brain. I might also share documentaries that I love, or anime that changed how I view my life. What do you guys think? I hope you are as excited as me while I'm preparing materials to share. Besides that, if you have stories to share, I would like to welcome you on board, and definitely my pleasure to have you in season 2 series. Okay, back to today's topic. Letter to my younger self. I think it's great to include one of these letters before ending the podcast to reflect on my life. I have split this letter thingy into 2 parts, as I would like to have 3 different time frames of my younger self. You guys can try too, and you'll be surprised by how far you have become. Let's get started. I will just read what I've written to my younger self and share it with you guys. So this is part 1, to the 20-year-old me. Everything starts fresh for you. You got JP scholarship, and you got the chance to fly to the UK, where no one knows you. So you tried growing your hair and wearing it more feminine. It was a torture for you. You were constantly emo. With the weather in the UK, even the friends around you dislike your emo vibe. I know the constant struggle of trying to be normal, and the religious value struggles were real. You would stare at the busy road full of traffic and just wonder if you just ran across the street. I know you have tried your best. It's okay. Buddhism isn't the way you have learned from when you were being spoon-fed when you were young. I'm glad you were brave to paddle through the hard storm through music, although you neglected your studies. At least you are still alive. Yes, life is precious, my 20-year-old. Also, perhaps, if you didn't get too involved in clubs and societies, you would have focused more on your studies, and perhaps you won't get affected by what others think of you. Teenagers around that age cared too much about what others thought. Maybe immersing yourself in studies might be a solution. A boring one though. Yours sincerely, the 33-year-old me. Oops, just announced my age. That's the first letter. Also, an interesting fact. Because of the 20-year-old me, I started learning music production by myself. That's part 1 of my letter to my younger self. Stay tuned to part 2, where I will write to my 25-year-old self and also 15-year-old. The next episode would be the end of season 1, where I share my very personal stuff. Well, it doesn't mean that I won't be updating my cancer recovery journey, just not every episode. I guess you guys will feel boring also. Every episode is about me, right? Alright, that's all for today. If you enjoy the podcast, don't forget to tune in every Friday, 8 p.m. And if you'd like to support me, you can be my Patreon at patreon.com/gsim. Thank you for listening. This is G, signing out. Peace.